Hi everyone. I wanted to show you why I actually like the infamous door handle of my Ford Maverick. Yes, this is quite controversial, and yes, I am sure there are many people out there who would say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think that this is actually an excellent new innovation. And to get a little bit theoretical or perhaps philosophical, what if this was the design that everybody had for decades and then all of a sudden it was being changed to what is considered the standard design of today, so that this was the norm? Would everybody be complaining about that standard design, if you will, compared to this being the tried and true way? One can only imagine. But with that, this is why I like this door handle. So look, I'm sitting in my driver's seat. I want to shut the door. I have the door open nice and wide so that I can easily get in and out. And I can just reach here on this side and get a great angle with my wrist. It's comfortable on the wrist. I don't have to reach over like this if this was a regular, if you want to call it that, door handle and go that way. But guess what? That's not hard either. I get it. But it's so nice to just let my hand naturally extend, and then I can pull it like that, and we're good to go. It doesn't interfere with the armrest. I had wondered if maybe that would be an issue. No, the armrest is back here. I can rest my elbow there just comfortably, no problem. If I want to rest my hand sometime and steer with my right hand, although usually I have both hands that I'm steering with, but once in a while it's nice to rest or whatever, I can go like that, rest my hand comfortably, put it however I need. And I've got this soft padded area here where it's very comfortable. It's also what feels like very durable fabric on the armrest, and there's no problem. Now, someone out there may say, well, wait a second, that thing's just going to rip off. What's going on here? It's just this thin plastic or whatever. But guess what? It's got these solid screws or bolts, and where it attaches to the door, it's very solid. Yeah, it may not look the prettiest. Yeah, it may not be the fanciest, but it looks like it's functional to me, and I actually like what it is. Now, if you had asked me before I purchased the Maverick, I would have said, yeah, I wish they would have just left well enough alone. But when I'm going to work every morning, I'm tired, I have a limited amount of time, I need to get to work, I get there early. Don't worry, I'm not one of these absolute last minute guys, but I don't leave myself tons and tons of extra time. I want to just be able to slip in my truck and go. I can just grab the door handle and I'm good to go. I can start up and go about my day. Now, those may sound like simple things, like who cares? Why not just leave it as is? I get it. That's fine. And I would be okay if this was a standard door handle. I'm not delusional. I would be okay like that. But all things considered, I love the way that this works. Now, if somebody were to say, hey, you know what, this could just bend and break off or whatever, well, look at this. I am pulling on the very end here, and I can move the door around back and forth. And as you can see, it's not really even flexing in there. I'm curious what's fully inside the structure of this, if there's like a metal bar that extends from here to here, or how that all works, because this feels very stiff to me. Now, with that, if you were parked on like a 50% incline with the nose of the vehicle facing down and the door was swung wide open, fully extended like this, and you were trying to pull the door shut, I'm sure there would be a fair amount of tension there. But if you're only doing that once in a while, no big deal. Also, if you're in a ferocious wind that's trying to pull the door open and you go to reach here to pull it closed, I'm sure there's going to be some extra tension there. So if that sort of thing was happening every single day, then I can imagine it putting some extra strain and stress on this component. But for what it is, I think it's fantastic for everyday use. it's great. I have the option of pulling underneath, of pulling on the side, which is what I usually do, or of pulling up on the top, which is closer to the standard, if you will. So I can do kind of whatever works easiest for me. I guess I don't even really think about it. I just grab it in the morning and I just pull it and we're good to go. I guess I kind of grab it at the angle like that as opposed to right on the edge or right on the top. It's kind of halfway in between, but I just sort of naturally grab over, shut the door, and we're good to go. All right, everyone, so with that, that is my video of why I love, in fact, the ease of use of this door handle and why, yes, it is infamous. A lot of people tend to dislike very strongly that design, and yes, there are some things that could be different, of course, but I think it's great. I think it is definitely worth trying, and I'm glad that Ford was bold enough to give it a shot, and who knows, maybe there will be a new and improved version in the future, but for what it is now, I like it. Well, thanks everybody for taking a look at this video, and I hope you all have a great weekend.